Greetings and hellos to everyone. Welcome back to another Angel of Cups podcast. It has been some time since I have had a moment to really settle down and be able to formulate a talk for y'all. So I'm really happy to be able to bring in this talk for you guys, which is going to be revolving around the topic of disclosure and discernment. And this is just something I'm feeling really called to bring in at this time with the times that we are currently in. So without further ado, you know the drill. Go ahead and grab yourself something warm to drink, a comfy space, quiet and undisturbed for, let's say, maybe the next 30 minutes, maybe less about. I don't think it's going to be a very long talk, but I definitely want to land a few points that I am being ushered to bring in for the collective at this time. So yeah, I'll give you guys a few moments to get yourselves a little more zen, and then I'll meet you back here in a couple moments. All right, so we're back. Welcome everyone to June 2026 on planet Earth. As you can probably tell by my voice, I'm just really taken aback by the times. And not in a bad way, I'm just really speechless because it just seems time is moving so quick and there's so much unveiling so fast. So, it's been a long time since I've touched in with you guys. A lot has happened with me as far as my personal life. I did a big move. I did 2 big moves, actually, and, it was a lot. A lot of you know I've moved actually a lot in my life. It's always been a theme in my life, but especially the past few years, it's been quite unstable for me. So finding this new found stable grounding and footing, leaving the past relationship that I was in for a long time, about 6 years maybe. It's been a long time for me to really just feel kind of at peace in environment. So not only that, but just the place that I'm at currently is just, the land is so profound. I'm totally grateful every single day to be in just such a profound land space. It just feels so mystical, so magical, and I'm consistently learning things. And the land feels super free, super wild, open, just like me. So it's really doing something within me, freeing a part in me as well, just to kind of witness this space that I'm at. All right, so without further ado, let's get into it, guys. We have so much disclosure business coming on the scene, on the mainstream, which is super exciting for a lot of us, especially those of us that consider ourselves to be psychonauts, or just those of us that may be starseeds, or even those of us who just have interest in UFOs and extraterrestrial life and other things like that. So it's a really exciting time. It's an interesting time. Some people might even have a little bit of fear because there's a lot that we don't know. Okay? And can we just take a breath there? Oh, we all don't know. Okay. There's all things that a lot of us don't know. And that's beautiful. The unveiling is going to have something new for every single person to witness. Some of us are deeper in the rabbit holes already in the unveiling than others. And that's still a beautiful thing. We're all here to help each other kind of step into these ladders of ascension and self-ascend by our own direct free will and choosing aligning with God's will. And not everyone's going to do that. Not everyone's going to do that at the same time. Some people might be first waivers. Some people might be later on. Some people might need multiple, cycles and loops. to get it. Some people will not get it this lifetime, and that's just the inevitability of the situation and the truth. And when it comes to these beings that are being talked about, especially in the mainstream media, I'm just being really guided to influence you guys to really use your discernment and, start studying. Yes, a lot of people know that we have always had extraterrestrial life, another type of intelligent, sentient life around us in this galaxy and nearby galaxies, even on this planet, working within the elements and such. So, in the certain geological structures that we have on the planet and the waters, there are certain systems, that hold certain elemental forces, and some of us are able to, directly weave in, connect, and hear, and we have been able to for a long time. As consciousness raises on the planet, though, a lot more people are going to be able to see that. There's going to be a lot more unveiling happening, a melting down, of the walls of ice around the views of the perspectives that we've had on consciousness and just our Earth in general, and the ways that we view our Earth, the ways that we view life, the ways that we view nature, the ways that we view our relationships to nature, alongside nature. So it's obvious that, there's things out there, there's other things out there. The discerning part comes in, though, when, it's like, what is the truth? What is not a truth? What is the truth? What is a lie? What is being pushed and peddled as some type of other agenda that has a hidden, covert kind of purpose that is more service to self, or for manipulation, or for a larger domination control order? What is actually, here to help us? So that's the type of information to discern, and that's also the type of information to discern that a lot of us use when connecting with other beings, other sentient life, other energies, other extraterrestrial lives. We are making sure that the energy we are connecting to is going to actually be beneficial and not bring more ruin, chaos, or death. So, really tuning into the messages that you're watching, you're listening to, and tuning into, does this provoke fear? Is this here fear-based, or is this love-based? Is this promoting like a harmonized, unionized collective for the future of Earth, or is this promoting a more dominated, negative infiltration, invasion, scary, fearful, fear-mongering tactics type agenda? So it's really about discerning how these narratives make you feel, how these particular beings may make you feel, and also studying into these things if you so choose. It's not something everyone's going to dive into, and that's okay. But it is on the scope, as it has been many, many, many times throughout, this Earth cycle. So it's nothing new for a lot of us, and especially those of us that have kind of been translators, I will say. Translators, channelers, messengers, bridges, emissaries, maybe even the beings that are working along, that are on Earth here. Some are even in some of these incarnated, hybridized ETs. Some of us have ET DNA. These things are going to start coming out more and more and more, and it's going to be more common knowledge to understand, and it's not going to be so taboo. Okay. Pluto Aquarius is doing a lot for us with the tropical astrology right now. There's going to be a lot of things, like unbelievable things coming into our scopes, and it's really important for us to remain open-minded as well as discerning. Can we accept the fact that maybe our belief systems that we were taught our whole lives is actually not the truth, And also, another point, the main, another huge thing is that we are not getting saved. We are not here looking to be rescued. We are not waiting to be rescued. We're not waiting for UFOs from the sky to come down and help us. We are only able to help ourselves. Once we understand that sovereign understanding, and we're really able to harness that and grasp that understanding to the fullest possibility and capacity of that we are sovereign, then that's that. It really just creates a new paradigm for the world, because that opens up new systems for finances, for travel, for the ways we communicate, and the systems and organizations that we use for those things. But it is going to take some time. Some things are going to be introduced that are new, that are perhaps from future ancient civilizations. We already have these types of technology available. It's just going to be more known now. The main thing is that a lot of this has already been going on, has been known by some, but hidden from most of the public. And pretty much it's like a curtain pulling off, and it's being unveiled to the public in a huge way now. So, there could be multiple agendas for this. This could be to cause mass confusion, mass chaos, mass fear, and to manipulate a dominance, new world order type of situation. And it could also just be that it is the time now for this information to come out. So it's really important to take the information with a grain of salt. Don't go deep into these rabbit holes. Take a little bit off. Then go touch grass, then go back into the study later on after you've had some fun with friends and family. Don't let it consume you entirely, and especially do not revolve in a vibration of fear about this. This is really, these beings is something about extraterrestrial life in general, or interdimensional life, is that some beings are benevolent and some are malevolent. Some are here wanting to take control over the earth. Some are here with destructive forces. Some are here with loving best interests, here to help us preserve life, here to help prevent nuclear wars and other types of warfare, and those are the types of beings that we should be seeking to connect and work with. But we always can just go to God. A lot of these beings also, some say extraterrestrials, some even say angels. There's a lot of talk about the extraterrestrials, particular, it's demons and angels, really. The extraterrestrials are angels, demons, ascended masters, certain low vibration factions, certain high vibration factions, and some, hybridized factions as well that have mixed agendas, some double agents. There's a lot going on right now that is really requiring full-on cleanup, full-on direct assistance with cleaning up a lot of this kind of chaos around the truth. There's the truth that has been revealed, but then there's all the static and noise around it that is kind of like false news, fake news. Some is fabricated. What is real, what isn't real, and it's mixed in with the real. So that's when this really is the age of discernment. It's also the age of false information. So it's really important to harness your intuition, develop your inner knowing and your discernment, and use that wisely to not be led astray. And also to, be able to have these conversations with friends and family without it being taboo. Because these things are coming up again, perhaps because it wants to be known, it wants to be integrated into our life in a way that is able to help our world and help our species in a positive way. That's my thoughts anyways. I always look towards the glasses half full as much as I can. There's been a lot. I just don't believe that our Creator, our God, would have us on this planet to be doomed, to be destroyed, to be destructed. The only thing that would be to do that is ourselves. So really, this is all about ourselves and these extraterrestrial beings, some interdimensional, some are from the future, coming back and trying to warn us about, hey, be careful, don't put the chips in your brain, look what happened to us, now we look like this, and we're a little messed up and way away from our hearts, and we're a little distorted. Grace. But yeah, there's certain factions here to show, some are reincarnated already here in the bodies here, some posing with as certain, public figures and such, promoting certain agendas. that we have already dealt with that have brought destruction to previous planets and such. So this is about something really I'm going to start talking about a little bit more. I don't want to bring in too much too fast, and I know this is a lot for a lot of us. The solar flares lately have been astronomically intense, so I hope you guys are taking care of yourselves, resting, putting down the things that you just can't carry anymore, and really just lightening your loads, lightening your energies, fasting. I just did a 7-day colon and gut cleanse, and it was really, really good. I feel really, really clean, really, really amazing, really, really light. It just really was a perfect time to do it. Right before my cycle, right before the new moon, and integrating these solar energies as well. Just perfect timing for that. So make sure you're taking care of yourselves, guys, and you're shedding things and taking your salt baths, jumping in the ocean, grounding, spending time in nature, and also sitting with yourself and what's coming up at this time. And also detoxing. Detoxing is super important inside the body as well as outside the body. So I think those are all the main points that I wanted to bring in. I don't want this to be too long of a talk. I'm going to do my best to bring in at least something in once a month for you guys to chew on and dissect, because I've brought in a lot of information recently that I want to dive deeper on with podcasts, so you guys are able to understand a little bit of more celestial and cosmic time a little bit from my perspective. And I've finally, been able to speak more about these things. My throat a couple months ago, maybe February, just opened wide up, and now and then after that, my root has opened up, and now and my third eye, and now it's really my sacral, my solar, my heart. Those things are really, really opening up strong. My crown's always really open, but it's definitely just sparkling these days. So take the time to integrate this light coming on the planet, because that's what's happening with the sun. Our planet is taking on more light, so that means that more darkness is going to show up. It's going to be illuminated so that it can be purged and cleansed off the planet. So make sure that you're creating space for that light to be integrated into your own body, into your own life, so you are able to be your truest version, your most high version, your most shiny, beautiful, sunny version. Okay? All right, y'all. I'm wishing you so much love. I will probably come in and talk about next our nodal shifts, because our nodes are changing at the end of June. We're finally moving out of our North Node, Pisces, South Node, Virgo era that we've been in for about the last 2 years, and then we'll be moving into North Node Aquarius, South Node Leo. So this is going to be total new change of energy, change of leadership. Leadership's going to be really big on the scope, as well as celebrity culture, guru culture, spirituality, higher awareness, new human, avatar embodiment, individualism, and how we are all encompassing a sort of God spark that works together as a puzzle piece. No one person is more important, and we are all needed kind of for the gemstone to light up, or for the battery to power on. Every single person needs to be plugged in. Without every single person plugged in, we're just not as powerful as a planet as we could be. Okay? Talking from a unionized, non-separate, schizophrenic point of view. The opposite of schizophrenic is wholeness and harmony, completeness. So we'll bring in more of these things in the next talk. Separateness, individualness, ego. We're moving out of this ego phase, and it actually feels so good, this narcissistic stage of human understanding, and it's actually driving our world a little wild to shake it off, because it is probably one of the most darkest consciousnesses that we have had on our planet for a long time, and it's reptilian in nature, so it's taken some time, but we will get there. We will continue exercising it off the planet, moving into our heart space, and really living from that, ascended, loving, heart-centered space at all times, in that space of instant manifestation at all times, and yeah, just really having that crystalline architecture of self solidified and layering up. Because it's happening, as we speak. Some of us are at the beginning of the waves, and some of us are at the end of the waves. Some of us are just getting started. Either way, this is super exciting. It's a very exciting time on this planet, regardless of the chaos. Please take time to slow down, be grateful, show gratitude, spend time with your loved ones, make wholesome meals, take good care of yourselves, and take your time, take your time, and, don't skip around, do things thoroughly and fully so you have that, wholesome, grounded feeling of completeness within and nothing left behind. And no extra parts and pieces just hanging around. All right, so I think that's really all I wanted to bring in for this talk, guys. I'm going to end it now. I'm wishing you guys so much love, and I'll do my best to bring in this next talk before our nodes hit, or maybe just after. You guys know how I do. Sometimes I go right in with the energy as it's present, or a little bit after, so it lands in right. My assuming is that it's going to be like right at the moment, or a little bit after, so we'll see about that. But have fun this summer. It's a fire horse year. Pace yourself. Relax. Do not burn out and push yourself so hard that you burn out. That's my biggest reminder, is just to pace yourself. Use discernment. Hydrate. Make sure your elements in your body are balanced. Your doshas in your body are balanced. All right. Love you guys so much. Please take care. We'll talk to you all soon. Namaste, beloveds.